Yo, what's up guys? Bloody here again with another video. Now, I am better now. I think my voice has really caught up. I'm not sure, I don't know if you guys could tell. I think you guys could, but we're not going to keep talking about that. In this video, I want to talk about 1.5. The PTS is dropped for survival. They haven't dropped it for enemy armor damage, I don't think, in the Dark Zone. But survival, that DLC is coming soon. We don't know when right now because they're doing the PTS. Now PTS is not on consoles, and my belief is the consoles can't even deal with Division right now because of the lag and frame rates. And I know people are complaining, but this game is a really big game, and there's a lot of code to it. If you guys don't believe that, it really is a heavily coded game, and there's a lot of stuff. And this game is good as it is. I really don't care to test out the PTS, I would love to, but, I can't. So, yeah. Now, the PTS is about survival, and it did drop today or something, I think. And, so I want to talk about it, I guess, in this commentary. So now, survival is a game mode. As I've been told, it's not, your character's getting wiped and you're starting fresh again. Even though you are, in a sense, because it's a game mode, you do start fresh. You get really bad gear. I don't even think you get gear at all. You're just, you have some clothing and a pistol. That's it. Maybe a backpack or something. It's basically like the trailer showed in August. You're starting fresh and you're building your way up. Now what this means is crafting. Now you're going to have to craft everything, I think. I don't even think there's loot anymore. I mean, there probably is loot, but you cannot buy anything anymore. You can't go to a safe house or a DZ checkpoint. There's no DZ checkpoint. The map is all open and it's all free roam. There's players. Your lobby is going to have 23 other players in it. Technically 24 if you're counting yourself. And you cannot kill each other. I think unless you're in the Dark Zone area. I'm not sure. But I heard you cannot kill each other. So, yeah. But you guys can help each other. And there is benefits, I guess. And there's a lot of disadvantages to this. We'll get into that later. But safe houses do not exist. You cannot buy stuff. You have to craft your stuff now. You have to craft your skills. You're not going to have your overdose to heal you now. And you're not going to have your pulse to do extra damage. Okay? You're going to have to craft your skills. Now, I don't know what this requires. My friend really didn't play that much because it is hard. Just from him telling me what happens or what it takes to survive in survival really is difficult. Now, getting into some of the things I was talking about with helping players, let's get into some of the things of why it would be kind of a benefit and a doubt, I guess you could say, to help other players. So now, you don't have your standard 5 medkits you get. You don't have a restock either, anywhere. You basically have to find everything, like I've been saying. So medkits, you have 0 until you start looking around and finding some in, like, medical bags around the map, or stuff like that. The water, the soda, the energy bar, and the, canned food, all that stuff that gives you like skill haste, like the soda does, and the water gives you extra damage to elite enemies. It's no longer going to have those effects. It's going to base, soda and water is going to be based on your hydration. Hydration is going to be a status effect now, I think, or a negative effect. It's kind of like Fallout 4. It's just going to cause some effect on you. The cold is going to play an effect on you because, like in the trailer, there was a big blizzard, and yes, that blizzard does exist now in the PTS, and you get cold. So now, what does this mean? You can start fires in the street, in those barrels that you see of just garbage. You can start fires to keep warm, and you can also get in shelters. Shelters do decrease the cold a little bit, but doesn't really eliminate it. I don't know if you can get food, water, and stuff like that at a shelter. I don't think they would, because the developers want to make it hard on you. And I mean, really wouldn't be survival if you could just stay at a shelter, you know what I mean, and just get everything you need. So yeah. Now your appearance, like I said, like we all dress up as the riot stuff from the Clear Sky thing. Now we're gonna have to actually dress to keep our character warm. If your character gets cold, it affects the way you aim, because I mean you're probably shivering and stuff like that. If you die, the game will tell you what you die from: hypothermia, dehydration, malnutrition, or starvation. You could die from any brutal thing like that now. And yeah, so I'm going over some notes here. There was a long silence. I think I did explain a lot of stuff, but going back to the free roam, the map is going to completely be open, and you're going to have to look for your stuff. And when you look for gear, you can get gear, better gear, like a better pistol, a better weapon, I think. And you have to extract that stuff from the dark zone. Now this does take a while because, you know, I guess it's RNG as well. I'm not sure. My friend really didn't describe to me this part either. But you know, you're gonna have to go to the dark zone, extract. Now, when you're extracting, this kind of lures an enemy, and I will talk about this enemy at the end of the video. I think you guys already know who I'm talking about, but this guy has a lot of ideas and theories behind him. Okay, we'll get to him at the end of the video. And also about enemies outside of the dark zone. The dark zone does not have checkpoints. It doesn't have walls anymore. You can die from the virus now, so you gotta watch out for that. That's why you have medkits and medicine and stuff like that. So I think that's something I didn't explain. Sickness, you can die from sickness, kind of like the underground, and you need medicine for it. So yeah. But going back to enemies, there's going to be patrols outside the dark zone. You know, like you think right now, they're pretty easy outside the dark zone, but in survival, when you just have a pistol and you're trying to look around and actually survive, they're hard. Okay? They really are hard, and you really don't want to fight them at all. You mainly want to try to run away from them. But there is a certain patrol that does spawn, and my friend told me that this was really hard because one of the enemies in that patrol has a flashlight, and he can spot you from a distance. And if he spots you and you see him, you might as well try to start running, because he will just bat you all over the place like a cat and a mouse, okay, and just kill you. Alright, so yeah. And talking about crafting skills, pulse will be handy for this, so you can pulse and see if there's enemies nearby. Like I said earlier, you're not going to have your OD. You could craft for an OD, I think, for an overdose. And you could craft for a turret and this and that. You have to craft, you know, everything, like I said earlier. There's no more buying. You just can't buy stuff. And, yeah. It's kind of like Fallout 4 survival. You cannot fast travel anywhere because safe houses don't exist, if I haven't said that already. And I know I've already said the dark zone, there's no more walls, there's no more checkpoints. You just walk into it and don't even notice it, probably. You probably do, because all of us basically play the dark zone right now, and we probably all should know the layout of the dark zone and know the buildings that surround it and this and that. So, yeah. That's about it. We will have to get into that enemy. Alright guys, this is the guy that I was talking about, who is the specific enemy. You know, that is whatever. He has a lot of conspiracies about him because he was shown at the end of the trailer. Now, I do want to show you guys one thing real quick, if it will pop up, please. There you go. The watches on his strap of his book bag. These are Division Agent watches. Now, me, when I first saw the trailer back in August, when I saw those, I instantly thought he was a rogue agent that has armored himself like a LMB soldier. You get what I mean? And I thought he would be a random agent rolling around in the dark zone who would just kill you. Now, this is my own conclusion or my own theory on who he is in survival. He may just be roaming around the dark zone, but also, like it's been said, there is an enemy that gets lured to the extraction when you make it there in survival. The extraction is really the end. When you extract and get that loot out, you're pretty much, I think, done. I'm not sure, but yeah. And also, another idea I thought of is the patrol where the enemy has the flashlight. He could also, like I thought, he could be the enemy with the flashlight who will batter you around like a cat and mouse. So, we have no idea who he is. I mean, if you guys are Division agents or other Division players, I said Division agents, but you fellow Division agents, you can comment below your ideas. And, yeah, that's it. Peace.
Suffocating, I'm waiting, and always hesitating.